check. Check this mic. STD check. This pipe.
100% positive. Damn.
Yeah. All right, anyways. What's up, y'all? Back. Just like take 2. My dog couldn't stop licking himself. And these microphones pick up everything. So unless you want an X-rated podcast strictly due to ASMR,
Just let us know. Let us know. We'll drop it.
Trust me. I can fill a whole hour of him just licking himself. It is disgusting.
Dead serious.
Yeah, so we're going to try to make this through with him in here. Because, yeah, he likes to act out when he's not getting attention.
Oh, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you pet him for 2 seconds, you stop, he will sit there and whine at you until you, like, until you pet him again. And he actually gets no attention around the house.
Well,
none.
He's finally chilling, so we're going to roll on. So anyways, what we were talking about, because, I mean, we probably had a decent 5 minutes of talking about just, like, fetishes and, like, foot porn and sucking spaghetti off assholes. And
people making thousands of dollars.
Yeah, OnlyFans, Pornhub, other sites, girls flicking the bean on cam, chatterbait. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, and I don't know if we're the right people to have this conversation, because I feel like probably could have this conversation with more like perverse people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Bro, I'm intrigued with people that are like super sexual, like and super freaky, because I want to know like what caused you to be super freaky. Did you just like go down a rabbit hole one day and you caught some like milking videos, or like I don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, our generation, we grew up with 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh, dude,
and the Pain Olympics.
Dude,
and shit like that.
Let's
where
not bring that up.
But like we grew up with stuff like that where we're like, oh, fucking, you either threw up or you laughed. Like,
it was one or the other.
Super awkward. I guess that, like, no wonder why we're a little bit fucked up, right?
Oh, no shit.
But fetishes are weird. And then like consistently having to re-up like what turns you on, or like what you watch.
Oh yeah.
Bro, like what's that about? Like, cuz at the same time, let's just keep it real, man. What percentage of men is even rocking the equipment that they see in these videos?
Oh. Not even close.
And yet they only want videos of this King Ding Dong, King Kong looking dude going to town on a 95-pound little white girl. And it's like,
oh, dude.
Bro, you're Indian. Like, what? It's not even the same thing. You don't even dude, you're in an arranged marriage. What are you?
Oh, God.
But that's what we got to deal with, bro. I'm leaving it in. I'm leaving it in.
Oh, shit. Bruh.
We got ghosts in this house. No, you staying right there, homeboy.
Day-to-day basis, this is what it is.
I wake up to that. It's great. Keeps me on my toes.
Hey, free alarm clock. I'm going to use your phone.
Fuck that. Like, think I'm dying every time. So, anyways. Yeah, dude, porn is like a weird one. Because also, it's like, how many people openly talk about their porn habits?
I don't think really anybody does unless, like, maybe go to therapy for it. But I don't think anybody, like, truly sits there and just talks about, like, their porn habits.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, We'll be right back. And we're back. For the second time. My dog doesn't think that the couch cushion is flat enough for him, so he just has to keep spinning around and spinning around and spinning around. And
Dude, I swear. He will spin around for like 30 minutes until you get on him for it. Then he'll finally lay down. But until then, he will sit there and just spin for like, I swear, 30 minutes.
I love him, no. Wouldn't have him any other way, little quirky bastard.
It cracks me up.
And he is a bastard. Like, I got him from the shelter, and his mom was the only one there. Doesn't know his dad. Maybe that's why he is the way he is.
I don't know.
He ain't got no daddy.
No dad.
He ain't got no daddy. Anyways, speaking of daddy issues, let's get back on the porn subject. Do you think you have to have daddy issues to do that shit?
No.
Because I was listening to a podcast with Autumn Falls. And Autumn Falls is a porn star. And now it sucks because she is attractive, right? Like, I mean, and she's like 100% allegedly natural. But she is like attractive, and she like she basically started off right at 18, and she even opened up about it, and she was like, my mom was super accepting of whatever I was doing. Like, she knew I was doing like webcam stuff, like when I was like freshly 18. She got kicked out of high school because she was doing it. Bro, Autumn Falls was straight popping. 18 years old in high school, and they're like, yo, you're a distraction at high school. Well, no shit. You have fucking double D's and you're beating your fucking clit all over the like.
What the hell?
Yeah, she's popular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you? Anyway, So they made her like go. I don't know if they made her do online high school or I don't. Basically,
I have no idea.
She said she still got a diploma. And then, whatever. She wasn't the brightest. Like, she was having a hard time even going through her thoughts. But that's like somebody at 18 years old.
That's wild.
Just, I'm going to fuck on camera.
Hey, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
It's weird. Do you think it's just like, do you think it's a thing in your head, or do you think that you're just that confident in how hot you are? Or, like, if you're a guy, like, I know I have a big, gigantic cock.
Dude, honestly, like, I don't really know how to answer that because, like, I feel like a lot of people are just very confident people.
Okay, but I think you need a different kind of confidence, though.
If you're doing something like that, yes, 100%, you need a whole different side of confidence.
Because she was sitting there talking about it, and she's like, you might have 6 or 7 people in the room with you while it's all going on. And it's... Now, obviously, there's probably, like, different takes. I don't know how much of it's one take.
I have no idea.
But, I would have to assume that would be freaking difficult, like, being a man. Because it takes one little thing for you to just, like, check out.
Yeah.
Now, I guess maybe at the beginning, like, that would be a real big issue where you're having a hard time kind of keeping it up. But maybe, like, after a while, it's just, like, us doing our job. Like, we know what we got to do.
Yeah.
You're able to you find ways to be able to keep it going.
I don't know. Some people just have that
It's
kind of mentality.
weird.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I can't even imagine myself on a camera.
Can't do it.
It would look so disgusting. Like, my fat self just on top of somebody. Just like...
Half of your...
I think I'm sitting there just stroking out. I'm like... In reality, I'm like, damn, I have bad posture. I'm breathing heavy. I'm sweating in her mouth. God damn.
Fucking glistening. All sweat.
So like, this is my logic with the porn. Is I refuse to watch anything that I cannot do. Like, if I know, like, yo, my dick just isn't big enough to fucking go reverse cowgirl and she's leaning all the way back, maybe I don't watch that because it's setting an I don't want to say, like, it's an impossible thing because obviously you could do it, but, like, the whole point of sex is to have sex and, like, it feel good.
Yeah.
Like, probably capable of doing the position.
I can understand that.
But it's like, you have to... What is the percentage of guys that could probably have, like, reverse cowgirl sex and it actually be...
decent?
Like, feel good?
Dude, I couldn't even tell you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. And with that being said, I'm not talking about standing straight up. I know there's going to probably be guys be like, yo, I fucked shit out of my girl and cheat on her too, reverse cowgirl. Shut the fuck up. Every guy wants to think that they're a porn star. Okay, cool, you fucking hit them, reverse cowgirl. You don't hit them the same way as fucking Diesel does. You know what I'm saying? Diesel be fucking... but like, so that's my... I keep a realistic expectation of what I can do. So if I do watch porn, which I really don't watch porn that often, but like if I do, I have a healthy relationship with it to where it's like, yo, it's the same shit I could fucking do. Like they're not... Missionary don't give a fuck whether you're packing or not. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, there's certain positions you can do no matter, like, what you... Now, the bigger you are, yo, what's up? You know,
hey, man, it's not the size of the boat. It's the motion of the ocean, man.
That's fucking horseshit.
It's not.
Horseshit.
No.
Bro, if you're going through a fucking hurricane, you don't want a canoe.
And?
You gonna die.
Well, you gonna
but
die
if you going through a pretty rough fucking storm and you're on a cruise ship, I'd like to think you have a pretty good chance of living.
Hey, as long as you know how to fucking use it, shit, you good.
Bro, I could be an Olympic fucking row team, and I go... I go into the ocean in the first fucking kind of wave. I'm just like, oh shit.
Stand overboard.
This ain't good. I think it depends on the girl.
It does. Cause that's fully that. I can agree with that.
And I don't know why it's been on my algorithm, right? I don't know why it's been on there, but like podcasts with porn stars has been on there like a lot. But it's it's people that I watch, like social media people.
Yeah.
And they're just interviewing porn stars.
Dude, there's a lot of stuff's been kind of popping up on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. It's just these big podcasts, like they have a bunch of these porn stars or like celebrities that's on there, and like that's always popping up.
To be fair,
it's all over the place.
I mean, to be fair, like I kind of want to hear a porn star talk. Like, yo, I'm in. Well, like, tell me all the stories about like crazy shit happening.
I was gonna say it's kind of crazy, how some of these came into the porn industry. Like, there's few that that had a hell of a living before, and they're just like, oh, I want to give this a try, and they just stuck with it.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's crazy how some of them got into the industry. And how to hear how they came up. It's wild.
Yeah. This kind of goes back to what I was saying about keeping your expectations, based in reality. Like, I feel like a lot of these guys have a really bad. They go tippy top of whatever it is. They don't understand. These are professional fuckers.
No, yeah.
They are professional fuckers. It would be like me who played high school football, right? And I was okay, right? I mean, I was never going to go to the NFL. It's not, let's just be 100% honest.
Yeah.
I'm short, stubby, and white. kind of 3 categories that don't go well with the NFL. But, like, I can't sit there and watch an NFL game and be like, yo, I'd have fucked him up. Because they're professional athletes. These people are professional fuckers. They fuck professionally. He throws dick professionally. He does all, like, he cream pies professionally. Now, his mom may have been a baker, right? His dad could have been the CEO of Hostess. I don't know. Maybe his dad was a serial cheater. Maybe his parents were swingers. I don't know where his life was, came from. He's a professional. You have to keep this stuff deep rooted.
Yeah.
But so whenever I was talking about the podcasts with them, Lana Rhoades was sitting there talking about, she was talking about the biggest dude she's ever fucked. And she was like going over these guys, but she said she actually prefers like an average size penis because she has a shallow G spot.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, this girl's literally fucked dudes whose dick is like half her size. And I'm like, that's interesting. So she wants an average dick.
Dude, some girls prefer it.
I think every girl wants to have the story of a big dick, though.
Yeah. I can honestly say some of them do, but a lot of them are just
there's some girls.
They don't care about size.
There's some girls that I truly think that they want that story of like, ooh, bitch, like I couldn't walk, like I was fucking stumbling, like I don't know why I use that voice, but like I think that they just want to talk about like how they just got their walls beat down, and they're just like, oh my god.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like some girls want that. Like, dude, there's some girls out there that are just like, they don't give a shit about size. And
is it that or they just like, this will do?
Yeah, but it's crazy because even on TikTok, there's guys that go around, they're like, oh well, the size man, they're like, no, and I'm like, I guarantee you a part of you.
Here's the deal.
I guarantee a part of you is like, yeah.
It 100% matters, but there is probably a threshold that it really doesn't matter, right? If you check all of the boxes and you're coming to the table with a fiver and it's not just like completely pencil thin. Yeah. I'm sure most women are gonna be like, "Yo, this will do." Like I think
as long as you know how to use it, a lot of them are like, "Okay, like."
Well, because I've also had a bunch of female friends that they can't stand big dicks because they're like, at some point you're literally just beating walls, like it just hurts. Like at some point you're just not, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not even.
I mean, I can't dude. If you
can tell that we ain't ever been the kinds to be beating down walls. We're little dick advocates. Pro little dick. Yeah.
But no, it's but I don't think females are always gonna want that gigantic fucking elephant trunk of a dick.
It depends on the girl.
But it's
it depends on the girl, man. Here's an example, and I'm sorry to all you big girls. We already talked about how I feel about big girls fucking. You ain't fucking a 300-pound girl with no 4-inch, 5-inch dick. I'm sorry, you're not. You're not. You have to have, the length to get through that thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? On the other side of that, you got a girl who could probably take it. Boom.
Hey.
They are built for bass. You know what I'm saying? You can just throw down on that thing. But the problem is you can't just fuck a big bitch like that with no that's why whenever all these guys see these girls with big old booties and all this extra stuff, they're like, ooh, I would fucking I'd tear that up. No, you wouldn't. you wouldn't even know what to do with that. You would literally spread her legs and be like, "Oh fuck, then you're gonna be pissed because you failed geometry 3 times in fucking high school. And right now, it would really help if you knew the Pythagorean theorem because you need to find out which angle to fucking hit that hoe at. You don't know.
Dude,
then you ain't got knee pads on, so you keep sliding down the bed.
There's so many guys that like that I've worked with, and they're just like, and they're like, "Oh, dude, come look at this." And it's like this girl's like just a fat ass, and I'm like, dude, like, no. Like,
Don't get me wrong.
what are you gonna do with that?
Don't get me wrong. I like big bottom bitches. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? I've always been.
But there's a certain point where you're just like, no.
Yeah. 100%.
You're just like that. Like no. Like there's.
And
no.
right now, we're going through a culture shift where I don't even understand. Maybe it's waist trainers, but they will have tiny waists.
Yeah.
And just asses, but that, like, how?
Yeah.
Like, is there a fucking diet for that? Like, that is a lot. Like, that is so much. But, like, I was on Instagram the other day, and this, don't get me fucking started on how I feel about this. But it was a page that I had followed before, and I guess they had sold their rights or content, whatever it is. Yeah. So they're, like, sharing, like, these photos or whatever. And I definitely noticed because I'm like, she has a 6-pack.
Yeah.
This girl has a 6-pack and it wasn't like a Brazilian butt lift. It was like she just had a gigantic bottom part of her body. And it's like, how do you even fucking...
Yeah. So to me,
maybe lipo.
I don't know, dude. Like to me, there's a certain point where like it. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like rude about this. There's a certain point where it starts to get disgusting.
Sorry, y'all. He's probably off camera. That's my dog.
But no, like there's a certain point where like it starts to get just ugly and disgusting, and it's just no. No, lay down.
We'll be right back while my dog gets comfortable. And we're back for the
third time.
1, 2, Chile. Yeah, I'm bilingual.
But no, like
to each. Okay, so here's the deal with it being disgusting, or I don't want to say disgusting because they're still getting dick.
No, there's like
so they have no reason to fix it.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, so to me, I just don't find that attractive to have like just a big huge ass. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's guys out there that are just like, man, I just fucking love that shit. And I'm like, cool. Like, that's cool. Like, that's
I do to a degree.
But like at a certain point, where I'm just like, man, that's just unattractive to me. And I personally don't like it. But again, like there's guys out there who do, and cool. By all means, have at it. It's all yours. But I don't know, man. I'm just.
Well, there's a new movement too, where the new movement is female empowerment.
Yeah.
And we've already been over like what I personally think. Those girls,
like, don't get me wrong, like
those girls get a lot of dick.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like all power to you. Like, I'm not sitting here saying, oh well, don't do it, don't do this, don't do that. All power to you. If that's what you want to do, by all means.
Listen, I can feel however I want to feel about it.
Yeah.
But I'll see like a 250-pound girl and she's rocking a crop top, and I'm like, I wish I had that kind of courage. Now, I'm not going to say that it looks good, but I'm like, she left the house feeling
Hey.
confident in whatever she's wearing.
If you feel confident in that, by all means, I'm good. Good for you. That's awesome. That you feel that confident to be able to walk out of the house or however.
Yeah, it's just weird to me. It's weird to me. But I feel like we always get off topic.
We always do. It's okay. It happens.
But anyways, before I got, so when I was talking about like the Instagram and like the big butts and
Yeah.
you have to have like specific equipment. Like you could do it, but you ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like you're really not gonna be doing it like justice. And then
you're not gonna do it the same way they are.
Well, and because now that it's like in style, right? Well, now you get on like Pornhub or whatever, and that's a whole entire fucking section.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where like it's a whole bruh, we're talking about porn and you're trying to fucking lick your shit, get your rocks off on camera. Let's not do that. You were fine laying down, Bubba. But yeah, it's just like
I think what porn does is porn gives a false fantasy.
Which I think is healthy as long as you're not overdoing it.
No, yeah.
But I definitely can see where it's making guys feel more confident about their abilities, which I think leads more into when they don't satisfy girls, they don't know how to handle rejection. Because in their head, they think that they're fucking them like porn stars.
That's what I'm saying.
But then they fuck these girls, and the girls are low key like going back to their friends, and they're like, "He had
what the fuck?
He had that whack dude."
But I'm saying like porn sometimes gives out a false fantasy. Like, again, you could sit there and be like, you can go back to your buddies and be like, "Man, I just fucked the shit out of this girl. Like, it was awesome." And then like she can go back to her friends and be like, don't ever let me do that again." And it's like, and again, like, and there's so many things I've seen about like porn and stuff where it's like it could be one of the most unhealthy things you could ever. And again,
it depends on the mind. It depends on the mind. But
if you're overdoing it, like if you're constantly watching porn, if you're constantly doing this, it can cause a lot of shit.
But it depends on your mind.
But no,
because like, okay, so if you have an addictive personality,
yeah,
it's just like anything else. You obviously can get addicted to porn, and then layer that on top of it, bro. Now they have like VR porn, they have alt POV, like all this extra stuff. Where like, why do I even need to go find me a girl when I could go grab a fleshlight and throw on this VR porn or fuck this fuck doll? Yeah. And I'm literally fucking a girl that I'm physically attracted to on my headset, and I'm feeling the most perfect form of a vagina. But yeah, it's just like
I think what porn does is porn gives a false fantasy.
Which I think is healthy as long as you're not overdoing it.
No, yeah.
But I definitely can see where it's making guys feel more confident about their abilities, which I think leads more into when they don't satisfy girls, they don't know how to handle rejection. Because in their head, they think that they're fucking them like porn stars.
That's what I'm saying.
But then they fuck these girls, and the girls are low key like going back to their friends, and they're like, "He had
what the fuck?
He had that whack dude."
But I'm saying like porn sometimes gives out a false fantasy. Like, again, you could sit there and be like, you can go back to your buddies and be like, "Man, I just fucked the shit out of this girl. Like, it was awesome." And then like she can go back to her friends and be like, don't ever let me do that again. And it's like, and again, like, and there's so many things I've seen about like porn and stuff where it's like it could be one of the most unhealthy things you could ever. And again,
it depends on the mind. It depends on the mind. But
if you're overdoing it, like if you're constantly watching porn, if you're constantly doing this, it can cause a lot of shit.
It depends on your mind.
But no,
Because, like, okay, so if you have an addictive personality,
yeah,
it's just like anything else. You obviously can get addicted to porn. And then layer that on top of it. Bro, now they have, like, VR porn. They have alt POV, like, all this extra stuff. Where, like, why do I even need to go find me a girl when I could go grab a fleshlight and throw on this VR porn or fuck this fuck doll?
yeah.
And I'm literally fucking a girl that I'm physically attracted to on my headset, and I'm feeling the most perfect form of a vagina. You know what I'm saying? So then it leads more into, like, I think it goes further down the hole. Then you get, like, kinkier people. Bro.
And we're back again.
God damn. So sorry.
But no, it's like, people, like, if they want to pay for, like, a vacation within a short amount of time, Feet Finder. Swear. I've literally seen people upload a picture, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, I just made $6,000 in the last 3 days. How the hell? But it comes down to people who, like, have a big thing for feet fetish. They have a big thing for feet.
That's disgusting.
And that's the crazy part, is that people make $8,000 in a week on just posting like pictures of their feet. Again, kind of going off like a video that I saw. Some guy was like,
you're on Feet Finder?
Hell no. No,
He's
I was
just got my credit card.
I'm just like, I'm scrolling through like TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and this picture and like this video comes up and it's like, oh yeah, how much money do you have in your bank account? And like there was like 5 or 6 people like, oh yeah, I have like $300,000, and he goes, how? And they're like, Feet Finder. And I'm like, there's no way that you have $300K in the bank just from Feet Finder.
That's not true.
But then again, I'm looking at it and I'm like, people are making like 10 grand in a week.
There's people that I remember watching a video, and it was like this 400 or 500 pound woman, and she was a millionaire, and she was on OnlyFans, which OnlyFans I don't know if y'all know this or not. OnlyFans isn't just provocative shit. It's not just girls undressing. It's not dudes flexing with their whatever.
No.
There's bands. There's all extra shit on there. It's literally for fans. She eats. That's all she does. And people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to watch this woman gorge herself. This fucking
That's
thing.
wild.
This thing took a weird turn. But yeah, like what people will pay for, because it's like a
it's something they enjoy to watch.
Yeah, that one's weird. Because that's like,
that one I never knew about.
It caught me off guard, and I watched the whole interview, and I was like, bro, I love you, Bubba, but come on, man. Okay, we'll leave that in here. That was a quick.
Yeah, no, kind of going for that. Like, it's wild to see how many fetishes or how many things people enjoy to watch, and they're willing to pay money for.
Yeah, I was having this conversation with one of my friends about like equality and shit like that, and I'm like, but guys can't get away. Like, if you're a guy and you're gonna get away with that, you're 6'2", 6'3", you're a fucking Adonis. You got 6-pack. You are literally the person that any girl in the world would want to smash. You're like a Magic Mike type of dude, right? Yeah. That's what I've seen is popular in the sense of like what men are on OnlyFans. Bro, any female could get on OnlyFans, and if depending on what she's showing off. Like, I had a friend. She was very moderately attractive. She was on OnlyFans. She did lingerie. Never even showed her cooter. Paid for her... Dude, almost paid for her house.
Man.
And it's like, bruh, what is going on? But then it's just weird because then, that another issue that OnlyFans has created, right, is because you're paying specifically for people's content. There's like a switch that flips in somebody's head where they're like, this is my girl. Well, then they have like relationships or they have whatever, and then there's people like, bitch, I bought you a car.
Yeah.
Like, they're like giving money out like that to these people. And it's like, yo, you bought somebody you've never met
a full ass car.
Whoa. So there was a story on OnlyFans, and I heard this on the podcast with Lana Rhodes. Was she was sitting there talking about it, and she was talking about this super rich dude that was subscribed, right? He had a penthouse in some city. I don't remember the city, but he was like, yeah, you and your homegirls can just go over there. And he basically told him, he's like, I have cameras in there for like security. And he's like, I'm just going to use them for my own stuff. He's like, I don't have them. He's like, well, we can sign whatever. Like, I'm not really going to do anything. Anyways, basically like, hey, I don't have cameras in the bathroom. I just have cameras like in the living room and some of the other places anyways. But it's like, y'all are porn stars. Y'all literally do this for a living. They're in the city in a fucking penthouse. And the only thing that this guy said is, I have cameras, I'm going to watch y'all roll around. So, like, if they're not doing anything crazy, he's just letting them use the penthouse. And never met them, didn't know who they were. It was just a fucking, like a random dude on OnlyFans. They were tripping. They looked up the address. They had people check it out. Legit penthouse. Like, top floor, this gigantic building. Like, it was just this crazy thing. Bro, it's like a $20 million penthouse, probably.
Hell no. What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? It was just like a business dude who has multiple places in different cities, and that was just something he had. Like, he's not using it. But you could see if somebody like that, you could easily see how that guy, especially if he's a successful business guy, is probably like, yeah, these porn stars are my girlfriends.
But yeah, like shit like that, when people start becoming like possessive.
That sounds like murder. Somebody's gonna get murdered.
But like when people start getting like possessive about stuff and like they become obsessed with it, that's when it's just like, okay, like
it's
but then again, like you have like kind of just like you said, you have guys out there who are like, oh, I just tipped you $5,000, and it's like, you're mine now.
But okay,
and it's like, who has $5,000 just to drop on a fucking picture?
$5,000 just to throw at somebody they've never freaking met.
But then again, it kind of goes
like
back.
what?
It kind of goes back on the topic. That's the stuff that they like. That's the stuff that they want. But again, $5,000 for like a picture, like a 20-second video.
Yeah,
and it's like, who has that kind of money just to throw out for that?
I could imagine though. I bet you that dude tipping $5,000. Now, obviously not in all cases, but what's the likelihood of that dude who's paying $5,000 as like a tip, or even $1,000, even $500? Bet you they're in like a 1-bedroom apartment and it's like not even like super nice, and they're just relentlessly addicted to this thing, and they're just like spending money on it.
Yeah, or it's just like they're just putting themselves into a debt.
That's crazy.
And it's like, excuse me, but it's like, is that really worth going to like debt or just sitting and be like, you know what, I have $5,000 just fuck you money that I'm just gonna throw out to this one person, and it's like, dude, what
did you? So let's take this a step further, because this is something else that I had seen, and I do not remember the porn star who did it. She sold molds of her coochie.
Dude, there's a lot of them that
But
do that.
but she she was one of the first people who would sell like a limited run. It was a straight up mold of her stuff. And you could buy it with the lube that she uses in her videos. And then she also did like POV and VR. So literally you're watching VR and you're fucking a mold of her coochie.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you wonder why people are getting psycho.
But like, so
I'm so glad I never got into that.
So I'm trying to remember where I saw this from. But it was a long time ago when I was watching. I think it was another podcast a long time ago, and this guy had gotten really, really possessive of this one girl. I was kind of going for like, oh well, like I had like he was buying molds of her shit and all this and all that, and she was the only person he would watch. And I'm just like, and he got real possessive, and like he started stalking her. Like to the point where like he would get within like 5 feet and she wouldn't know because she's never met this man. He's never met her. But he would come within like 5 feet and like follow her from place to place. And I'm like,
but so
bro, like
I think it's a little bit different now because porn has become such a high valued commodity.
yeah.
Like women and dudes are literally getting career starts. Like Alexis Texas is a fucking political pundit now.
Yeah.
I don't fucking need a girl who is getting double dicked to tell me about politics.
Yeah.
That's for ugly people. Like let fucking fast talking Ben Shapiro tell me about what he fucking thinks about wet pussy. Like Alexis Texas, stay with what you're doing. Like you're good. I'm not saying keep getting double dicked, but like you're fine. Like just go be in like the fucking Pecos and the Rooftops music video. Like Jesus. But now I think they're like celebrities. So I would imagine you couldn't do that no more because they know, hey, these videos are getting hundreds of thousands or millions of views. Yeah. And then on top of that, like you think Cash Me Outside girl who's making however many millions of bucks to show pictures of her butthole,
dude, do you know?
You think she ain't got security?
Do you know? Hold on. Do you know how much she made?
I remember it was like
the
80
first
mil or something.
week.
Oh, I don't know about the first week, but I think she.
I think it was like the first month. It was like
I think she like showed a picture of like 80 mil or somewhere. Maybe that number's high. No, I don't remember the exact number.
No, but it was around there.
I know it was really high.
It was. I think it was damn.
It wasn't
close.
the first month though. It was the first year.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So
I thought it was like the first month or something.
So in the video, I think you're talking about, she actually went over like how it goes, and I do think that it says like last month, year to date, and then.
But it's wild that some of this and like, I mean, don't even like. Yeah, I understand. Like, there's celebrities and da 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 da, and like, there's people out there who are like, I think someone said like Cardi B has one.
But why wouldn't she?
No, like I'm not like, but yeah, but I'm saying like, these celebrities are starting to make them, and like, yeah, like they already have a following. So
but
just the fact that you have one now, like,
why wouldn't you? So
I'm not saying like you like don't have one or something like that, but it's like, but it's crazy like these people who are like who make OnlyFans with like the first year is making $100 million.
Just think. Okay, so think about it like this. Nowadays you really don't even have to do it because you do stuff subscription based.
Yeah.
But when you used to buy songs individually, right on iTunes,
well, yeah,
99 cents typically was like one song, right?
That's about normal.
Well, imagine if you're like a Cardi B, if you're a Nicki Minaj, or if you're like one of these icons, and Cardi B used to be a stripper. You think she gives a single fuck?
No, of course not.
Probably, maybe since she had a kid, maybe, but like, also maybe not. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about she could probably charge $20 to $50 every single month, give or take.
Oh, and people would be.
And you're talking about millions and millions and millions of people. So she was making 99 cents per download. Now it's all subscription based, and I have no idea what the
no, I have no
backlog
idea.
of like that money looks like. But I would have to assume they're gonna triple or quadruple their money
Oh yeah.
by taking advantage of this boom. Like, and that's the situation. So, but the other thing about OnlyFans that really happened was you have these dumbass, really hot girls that are going to jail for fucking tax evasion because they never paid taxes on their millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they were just showing off their coochie, playing with themselves and rubbing on their tits, and now they're in fucking jail for probably not that long, but they owe back taxes and all this extra shit because they were just out here living in a $20,000 a month apartment.
Yeah, that.
And they never saved any money. They never did any of that. And I
No,
think
like-
now it's not as big of a deal, but like in the pandemic,
Oh,
it was a
huge.
huge issue.
Well, yeah, like you get these people who are like starting with OnlyFans and making thousands, almost six figures a year. And
Six figures.
no, I'm saying like,
that's for mediocre bitches.
but no, but what I'm saying like that's what I'm saying like starting out, and they're making like these six figures, almost $1 million, and they're just like, oh, you know what? I have this fuck you money. I'm just gonna go buy me a brand new fucking Porsche. I'm gonna buy me a brand new Lambo, and I'm just like, really?
I mean, I get it. I do get it. Because obviously with this podcast, like you have to do a little bit of vision board type stuff. Like you kind of have to like, hey, if I got a chance to make this kind of money, like what would I do? So on and so forth. Now, I don't know if the first thing I'm going to go buy is a fucking $250,000 car.
Hell no, I'm not.
You know what I mean? Like, I
No.
could go buy me a used Porsche 911 GT3 or Porsche Turbo S that's like a 997, like a 2000.
And they're nice.
That's just as fast, and I could buy it for $60K. I don't know about now. Maybe not $60K.
But I'm just saying like these people just like throw that money, and I'm just like, no, like.
But to be fair, we have no freaking idea how we would handle. Bro, we're lower. Like we live almost check to check, depending on the months, right?
Yeah, it depends.
And
on-
we still buy stupid shit. Imagine if
yeah.
we could go and spend money on a $30,000 UTV that has a turbo and a lift kit on it. We're probably doing it. You know, I'm not going to say that we're going to keep buying them. I'm not going to say that we're going to go dump $1 million in this stuff.
No.
But it's like, I understand why they... Because also a lot of them are fucking young.
Yeah.
They're 18, 19 years old. You hand me money, that kind of money at 18, 19 years old?
Oh, I think we'd all be done at that point.
Bro, I'm buying the dumbest shit ever.
Well, I mean, yeah.
100%. But then, not only that, right out of high school, how much did you know about taxes?
None.
Okay, so somebody's giving you the keys to the kingdom. You're making millions and millions and millions of bucks. You don't know nothing about taxes. You're a 100% a self-employed person. And there you go. You find yourself in these weird situations. Then on top of that, you don't really know anything about the real world. So now you have this cult following who all thinks that they're like, y'all are in a relationship because he's seen a dildo go inside of you. Okay, to be fair, like it's pretty intimate. I'm not saying like y'all are dating. I'm just saying like that's a pretty...
No, like, yeah, like, that's pretty intimate, but at the same time, it's like, you can't sit there and be like, yeah, I just watched her throw this thing up her fucking cooch. You know, she's mine now. No.
But see, and also maybe I like compartmentalize stuff. I wouldn't want to see that out of my girl, right? Like, I think that there's different levels. Is like, hey, if this is going to sound super bad, but if I want to see a slut be a slut, let me come over here for that, right?
Yeah.
I don't want, cool, I want my girl to be slutty for me. But, like, If I want to see a girl be a slut to be a slut, fucking, I'll come over here. I have no obligation to this person. She's getting triple dicked. Which, first of all, that's so much. I don't know how people fucking
Dude,
enjoy
that's
this shit.
ridiculous.
That's so much. Bro, I'm lame on it. You get me one guy, one girl, I'm just like,
Cool.
that's about as good as it, like.
It's about as good as it needs to be.
I will, okay,
You
so.
don't need to sit there and watch 3 dicks go on the same freaking vagina.
My guilty pleasure is 100% girls playing with themselves. Right? Like, I feel like that's the best you're going to get. Like, you're going to get a legitimate, real response. They're going to do everything that they need to do for them to come. Like, that's their shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't got to worry about fucking accidentally busting a nut right as soon as that fucking dick pulls out. Like, you're just staring at the one-eyed monster, just like, fuck. To me, it's like the most intimate. And even in like relationships and stuff like that, that was something that, even if I was like in a relationship, that was something that had turned me on. Right? Now, obviously, it takes a certain kind of person that's going to send you a video like that. But those are kind of my, like, I would much prefer a good video like that than watching two people fuck. I don't know, like, maybe that's a little more freakier than somebody fucking. Maybe it's more natural. I don't know which one it is. But for me,
like you said earlier, to each its own. To each its own.
But I don't ever have to worry about my vision being skewed.
Yeah.
By a girl beating her shit off. Right?
True.
If she's going to do that, she's going to do that. That's 100% external to me.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about, like, can I do the things that these other people... I don't... Yeah. It's a complex situation.
Like I said, man, a lot of times, porn really just gives you a false fantasy. You watch something and you're like, man, I could do that. And then you try to recreate it and you're just like, that
and
was
now,
absolutely the wrong way
and
of doing it.
if you can do that, yo, more power to you.
Hey, kudos.
Like, there is dudes out there that can fuck a chick into paying his mortgage, paying rent, buying him groceries, borrowing her car. There is no better dick, allegedly, than a broke dude's dick. Because allegedly there's something there. Because there's a bunch of, women. There's a bunch of these fucking women out there that are just, nah, but he's a good guy. Bitch, he ain't got a job. He don't do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, homegirl.
Yeah.
Homegirl. You gotta. And then it fucks shit up with women too, because women will sit there and watch these videos that are like passionate.
Yeah.
I was like, how many dudes are passionate when they're fucking?
It kind of depends, man. Like, if you're having if you're still having a one night stand or some shit like that, yeah, no, there's no passion.
Even in a relationship, how often are you passionately doing it? Like, okay, I get it. Y'all get engaged and you had a hotel room or whatever it is, like, to commemorate the moment. All right, cool. You can do some romantic shit. 99% of the time in a relationship, you are probably coming home from a restaurant or you're out at the bar, out at the club, you're drunk, and y'all are fucking each other sloppy. There ain't no planning going behind it. There ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing going on behind it. How often are people passionate? Oh my God, I'm going to give you 10 minutes of foreplay and I'm going to get you ready and I'm going to I just want to eat you up. Like, ain't nobody dripping fondue on titties like that no more. Like, they're just not. They're not. And that's the shit that pisses me off. Is like these videos on the woman's side, they're watching these passionate videos and they're like, ooh, there is guys that will just grab you and hold you. And it's like, I don't want to do that. let's just do this shit and go to bed. Like, we've been together for a year. Like, all that shit. If I didn't do that shit when I barely knew you,
what makes them do it now? But
you think something just randomly changed?
no, I mean, there's times where, I mean, even coming home from like a restaurant or bar, like you can be passionate, but I'm gonna guarantee about 90% of the time you're gonna come home, you're just gonna be like, you know what? Let's knock it out and go to bed. Like that's just that's just and again, like that's just how it is sometimes. Like,
well,
that's just how it is.
First off, like I'm just gonna nip this in the bud. Fuck is up with all the candles? First of all, you think I'm going to spend all of the time lighting candles, which is already a fire hazard, right? Probably gonna light some shit on fire. Then after the fact, after I done busted a nut, I'm having post-nut reflection. I'm basically depressed because I just busted in 5 seconds. I maybe caught a glimpse of my shadow that's twice my size, or caught something in a mirror where I'm like, ooh, fuck, I shouldn't have had them carbs. Now I gotta get up. After that, I did all of that shit for 5 seconds to fuck. Now I gotta blow all them hoes out. Well, I can't get rid of them because they got hot wax in them. Then let's take it a step further. You did the whole rose petal shit. Now I gotta sweep all these rose petals up. Like, ladies, I get it. Y'all want a romantic man. Y'all want all of this extra shit. Y'all want the passion. You want that Trey Songz type of loving.
Sometimes you just gotta settle for the guy who's just, you get home and he's just gonna call it good. I mean,
here's the thing. Passionate sex could be cool. But it's not it's not realistic. You're not going to have a long-term relationship if that is your expectation. It's way better if you just have somebody that y'all can have. This is what So I used to have an issue for a long time where, bro, it would take me forever to nut. I'd be busting down walls for like an hour. It was a full-blown workout. What if I just worked all day? You think I'm trying to come home and bust down walls for an hour? Especially for a lazy bitch who might just be like, no, I don't want to fucking do none of that. I don't want no part of it.
yeah.
Baby, go take a shower. I'll be in here. Fake going to sleep. Or actually go to sleep. But I realized, and I don't want to use the word settle because it's not settling. Be with the person who can fucking, like, who can just handle handle it. You don't need all the extravagant shit. If you can find somebody who makes you, like, who knows just, hey, this is what turns him on, this is what he likes, this is how XYZ. Same goes for a guy.
Oh, yeah.
I used to think girls loved getting beat down for a fucking hour. Dude, after 15 minutes, they're dying as bad as you are. They're like, oh my God, just fucking. They almost take it as like offensive. They're like, am I not good? Like, what is going on? So now it's just like, yo, be with the person who makes you fucking. Fuck off. Dude, whatever on the passionate stuff. Passion's cool. All of that stuff. You still got to be able to throw down. Like, you still got to, like, know your partner's, like, do they like being choked? Do they like being bitten? Do they like being slapped up? Like, what is their what is their, like, turn on stuff? Be with the person that you can literally come home from the club and y'all can fuck for 10 minutes and then go to bed. Like,
oh yeah.
That's the other thing I feel like porn does is, like, 80% of dudes probably busting in 10 seconds. Why is this video 13 minutes long? And it ain't just 13 minutes long. It's 13 minutes long. It's straight up bow, bow, bow. Like, it's Chief Keef in fuck form. Just going to town.
Yeah, that's just like,
And
that
it's like,
shit baffles.
it's like, what?
Yeah. No, I
don't know. It's wild to me. It's wild to me. I personally, I enjoy stuff like that because it interests me. Like, I like seeing, like, I like talking to people about their sexual preferences, like what they enjoy,
yeah.
right? I like talking to people about like what turns them on and why, like why they think it, right? Like,
I get you on that.
there's just something enjoyable. It's hard to have that conversation without just seeming like a creep.
No, yeah, like I can see there's certain points in time where they're just like, let's not get into that, or they'll just walk away, and it's like, no, it's not really creepy about it. It's just
Yeah, it's
like there's some things that goes on in like people's minds, or like that just stimulates them. And they're just like, shit, all right, and
Well,
it just goes on from there.
one, and here's like another thought I've had too. Is, okay, let's just say like you're a person that uses toys. Like, at what point in you dating somebody do you bring that shit in?
So I think
If you bring it in too soon,
I think with something like that, you kind of have to be like,
just bust out the silver bullet and just put it on his butthole.
honestly, like you just go for it. Like, there's no like right or wrong time to bring it up. Like, if it's shit that you like, that you enjoy, then just be like, look, before this happens, I need you to know XYZ, this and this. And if they don't like it, then I mean,
It from a female's perspective, you know how you could get almost any guy, I guess, outside of Ben Shapiro, to fucking be down with whatever toy. Learn how to squirt, baby. We love party tricks and them squirting videos. It's piss. You're getting pissed on, bro.
Yeah.
But I guess guys like it. Guys enjoy
There's
it.
a lot of guys who like that.
But it's like, use whatever fucking toy you want so you can fucking transform into a gosh dang water fountain.
But no, like, if you're gonna like bring in shit like that, like, it needs to be like from the get go. Like, you just gotta. It's either swing or a miss. That's all I can say.
I think it depends on the person.
No, yeah, but I mean, again, like if that's something like you enjoy that you want to use, and the other person doesn't know it, just bring it up.
Well, see, like me, I've always told myself like I am against like finger in the ass or whatever.
Oh,
But
yeah,
but I also told myself, I'm like, well, if I was ever with the same person for a really long time, like I'm married and we've been having the same kind of sex for however long, and you're just needing something different.
yeah.
To me, that's different. To me, that's like, now I'm not gonna be like, fucking double knuckle it, baby. But it's like, hey, we can start exploring brand new avenues because we have been together for so long.
I mean,
I would feel like it's a similar situation with toys.
Excuse me.
Just before you say that, I also heard a story about a girl trying to massage a dude's butthole with this little silver bullet. It got stuck in his ass. So he like goes to the fucking
ER.
He goes to the ER and it's just and they couldn't get it out. Like they had to like have him they had to like give him shit to release his butthole, whatever, to get it out. But it's just
Jesus. But like, I think at a certain point, like, you have to try new things just to like keep the spice on the bedroom. Like, you have to try new things at a certain point in time. Like, it's a given. Whether it be toys, whether it be trying something on her, having something tried on you. You have to try something new.
well, like I said, if you're curious about it, ladies, learn how to squirt. All right, y'all.
Peace.